Well, normally I sleep on the houseboat, but I come home because there's a storm. You see all the bloody water coming in the windows, because the windows are fucked, the house is fucked, and the roof's nearly blown off where the awning is outside here. You can hear it rattling up and down. That could come off. This door's buggered too. We've got Bruno inside because he was crying out there. He's still crying in here. It's okay, mate. The bloody roof. It's alright, mate. The bloody roof that I got fixed. Still leaking. You see on the floor the water's coming in. Mate, you can stay in here. It's okay. It's alright. It's okay. You're better in there than outside, mate. So we're in for a bit of a rough night. It's okay, mate. It's okay. Stay. Stay. I'm just wondering if I should go back outside because the dog's kennels might blow over. It's actually really quite a strong wind. I just not sure whether I should bring the dogs all inside because I can't, because Poe's on heat. It's trouble, and males fight over a bitch on heat. It's alright, mate. I'm a bit gutted that roof's not fixed. It's not my mate's fault. He got up there and he did the best he could, but obviously there's a spot he's missed out. We have to put the hose on it next. There's bloody water coming in everywhere in this place. It's coming in the kitchen. Everything's wet. I'm just so close to going, fuck it, and knocking this whole house down and starting fresh. Because, you know, you start on one job like the roof and you think you got it fixed and it's not. And it's just water everywhere in here. It's like, yeah, it's not ideal. There's a fucking rat out there. He's been trying to get in, scratching in like you can hear it just now. It's like they know it's cold and wet, they want to get in dry. So all the rats try to come in here. Yeah. Anyway, it's a hell of a lot worse than what some people have got, eh? Some people live in bloody tents. Some live in their cars, so I shouldn't bitch. Bruno, it's okay. You're dry and you've been fed. Good boy. Well, we'll see how the night progresses. Hopefully dogs are alright. Hopefully my houseboat's okay too, because the wind was blowing down there. She was howling. I can hear one of my dogs outside crying now. I'll wait till it blows over a bit and go out and have a look. Yeah. Good to have the rain though, because we need the rain. It's been as dry as a ship's biscuit, so it'll be good to get that. We can't just have like a little bit of rain. It's got to like piss down here, like fucking wind everywhere crazy, or nothing at all, dry as. These are crazy times we're living, aren't they? Viruses and blizzards and earthquakes and fire. It's all mad. It's a mad time. It's a mad life. I guess it's always been that way, but these days it seems to be more of everything. I don't know. Am I imagining that, or do you guys think that Will's gone crazy as well? Maybe I'm just going crazy. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm going crazy. Yeah, I reckon it's me. I reckon the Will's quite normal. I reckon I'm insane. There you go, guys. We had a hell of a storm last night. It was blowing its tits off and things got broken. Anyway, I'm just teaching Mikhail a little bit about the ukulele. Can I borrow it for a minute, bro? I'll give it back. If you want to learn an instrument during lockdown, this is the easiest instrument in the world. So the tuning is G, C, E, A. How are you going to remember those strings? George Clooney eats apples. The first chord, C. It's just that one there. So you got a box of pattern of 3 frets, 1, 2, 3. So you always use the finger corresponding to that box pattern. So for C, rather than put your finger there, which is where it is, use this finger here. Okay, so there's your C. And then your next one is F. I'm going to teach you 3 chords today. It's one finger there, your index one there. Can you see that? That's the second string up from the bottom and finger at the top. Got that? See that?
Second string from bottom, finger at top.
Yeah, and then keep that finger there to go G7, which is in the same place. G7 is one finger there and one finger at the bottom there. Can you see that? You can look it up on the internet. Easy enough. There's lots of charts. Just Google G7 ukulele and there'll be a pattern for it. So there's 3 chords for you. And you can do so many songs on this. I think it has one. We'll go to a reggae. Sweet as bro, sweet as bro. Everywhere we go, it's sweet as bro. Singing sweet as bro, sweet as bro. Everywhere we go, it's sweet as bro. You can do a lot of songs with that. Anyway, that's today's ukulele lesson. We are going to go to the shops. I have a problem. I've got chronic sciatica on my left leg, so I can't stand in one place for any length of time. I'm pretty much hurting 24/7 with it, and most nights it keeps me awake. So for me to stand in line like we've got to for a long time, I just can't do it. I actually have to sit down. It's one of the things that's from my past history of doing stupid things and paying the price today. Anyway, I want to talk about that. So we're going to go down there. If it's a long line, Mikhail's going to stand in it because he can stand all day like a tree and not even flinch.
Yeah.
But I can't. If it's a short line, then I'll go and he'll stay on the truck because only one of us can go. We're going to the town of Motueka. 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 What's the right way to say it?
Probably the first one. Motueka is probably the right way to say it.
That's
Motueka.
just like many words we grew up being taught wrong, had to relearn them as we got older. Us baby boomers. Mikhail's standing in a very long line of people. Mikhail just bought the last of the chunky. There's only 5 rolls left on the shelf, so we couldn't actually get any more, but that means there's none for anybody else, which is not good. And this stuff here, which is rubbish, to be honest, but it's all we got feeding the dogs. And cream. Bread for him and vegetables. Well, thanks for getting it, pal. So we're washing. I have to put that in the truck, pal, in the back, and dog tuck can go in the back. The old water in the truck's a real must-have during this time with the COVID-19 alert 4. Had a few comments from people saying, there's no virus. You try telling that to all the bloody people that had lost family. I've been chatting to a guy in America, some black dude outside New York, and he can't get any medical help right now, and he's got it. He might die. Try telling him. Just a little bit. That's all you need. 20 seconds, and then rinse, clean. Just 2 towels. There's one there, one there. That wattle we cut down burns really hot. That's heating up the whole kitchen of the farmhouse here. I had a pretty full-on, I have had a pretty full-on 3 days. I've really enjoyed so far the time Mikhail's been here, but that's not where the full-on stuff's come from, and it wasn't the storm we had last night. It's been people that I've been talking to, and I haven't filmed hardly anything today, and I'm apologising now for what's going to be, and probably is, a pretty slow, boring vlog. I'm trying to bring something to you guys each day to try to shift the feeling, people out there in my circle that follow my channel, trying to bring something to you to lift your spirits a bit while you're stuck at home or stuck in any situation. And what I want to say is this, particularly from the last 4 people I've spoken to in the last 3 days, I haven't had a lot of sleep. I've been on the phone quite late. Last night I had 2 people. One was a bloke whose sister committed suicide 2 weeks ago, and he's a bloody good bloke, and he's going through a hell of a rough time himself. He's like dealing with a grieving process of losing his sister, and he's trying to raise a bunch of children. He's a solo dad, and he's also got his sister's child. He's got one that he's now taken on, and the pressure was just getting too much. And I was saying to him, bro, you don't have to be strong all the time, you know. Sometimes you're allowed to let go. You're allowed to grieve, particularly if you've lost someone you love as close as your sister. So, but these added pressures right now are because of people stuck at home and can't express or let out or distract themselves from what's going on. So what I want to talk about is this saying I keep hearing out there, which is, it goes like this: we're all in the same boat. And that's absolute fucking bullshit, because we're not all in the same boat. I'm in a very good boat. I mean, my boat is okay, if you're looking at the house now, that's shit, but where I'm at with this bit of land I've just bought, I've got a place, I can grow my own food, I can shoot a rabbit, I can go for a walk, I can sleep on the house boat. Most nights I do because it's dry and warm there. I'm actually at the farmhouse now because Poe's on heat and I have a responsibility to look after dogs at night while they're barking because there's people living around here and I've got to keep them quiet, so that's why I'm here tonight. I was here last night as well, but we're not all on the same boat. The boat that I'm in is a bloody good boat compared to some people. A lot of the people that I'm talking to are in horrible boats. So this saying we're all on the same boat, I think people must be referring to financially. But even then we're not on the same boat because there's some people that have been saving for years and years and they've got plenty of money behind them and this won't even affect them. And there's others who have lived from week to week and suddenly their job, whether it's in the tourist industry or they're a musician like me, they've lost all their gigs, or there's someone who, there's a lot of people who don't know where the money's coming from and struggling, putting huge pressure on them. So this saying we're all in the same boat, it's bullshit because we're not in the same boat. And I'm going to finish this this very rough video today just by saying to you, if you know someone who's in a worse boat than you, then do what you can to reach out and think of some way that you can make their journey a bit better. I think it's really important. And it might just mean saying, hey mate, can I bring you some firewood over? Or do you need a bit of pork in your freezer, or a bit of venison, or some fish? Or can I help you with cleaning up? Many people are stuck with themselves and don't have any outlet, no distractions, and they're having to deal with a few things. And like I was saying to my patrons in one of my videos, there were probably cracks here in the first place, and now the cracks are really starting to show. So use this time to mend those cracks. Find out what it is that that's upsetting you. Some families right now in lockdown are having a fantastic time. They're a tight unit. They're all doing stuff together. The children are happy. And then there's other families where there's family violence happening. So we're not all in the same boat, and we're all affected differently by this. I wish I had something to offer and say to people, that would bring some sort of solution to this, but there really isn't. We've all got to find our own path. I'm just going to cut this short now and go to bed. So anyway, be good. If you can't be good, be careful. I can't even think of anything clever to say. I must be tired. Good night.